we're back. Yeah, we're back. Good. Yeah, that didn't go as well as I'd have liked, but that's okay. Okay, we're back. So, I was talking about potatoes. I think the problem I ran into there was, I'm going to crack this beer, a little too ambitious with my choice of streaming settings. I've got a hella good computer, but, you know, everything has its limits. Milk Chocolate Ale from Spectrum Brewing is a box of chocolate beers, which I had gotten earlier in the season. It's weird for me because I often talk about the flavors of beers, and one of the things that I will get into is that there's beer flavored beer, and then there's beers that put extra flavors out there. As far as, am I hearing myself? No, okay, good. There's beers that put extra flavors into things that supersede the beer flavor and try to be something else and not beer. And it's weird because I'm used to very chocolatey beers, and I say chocolatey, not actual chocolate, but chocolate malts. So I'm used to those kinds of beers being, pretty pervasive, and they're going to have a lot of chocolate flavor and be a much darker beer. And that's where you usually get your chocolate. Now, this is a milk chocolate ale, and it's an ale. It's a beer. It tastes like beer. But there's actually a very strong chocolate flavor in this beer as well. So you're getting the beer taste, although not diminished, but minimized a bit. So that doesn't clash too much with the chocolate flavor. And then you're also getting a strong chocolate flavor as well that's inexplicably combining actually quite nicely with it, which is very weird. It's a weird beer. I enjoy it for its weirdness, and it's not something where it's like, I've had one. No, I could drink a few of these, and I don't know if it's something that I would crave out of the blue, but if you put one in front of me, it's going to be like, yeah, okay, that's good, let's do it. So anyways, that's the beer, and that's what I'm going to be drinking, so you'll be aware of that. You'll be aware of that? Anyways, yes, so, Excel, so we're in here, so potatoes. Can you live in potatoes? No, absolutely not. So, what I've done here is, you take the nutrient contents of the 10 major food staples in the world, blah, blah, blah. So per 100 grams, this is how much of each of these items is in the potatoes. So let's get rid of these other ones too, because we just want to focus on the potatoes. Wow, we want to focus on the potatoes and not on nothing, Alex. Okay. So just focus on the potatoes. So we can see, in some things, it's absolutely great. Carbohydrates, it's got 17 grams of carbohydrates. We're supposed to have 130 in a given day. So what that means is that for every gram of potato, there's... for every 100 grams of potato... No, that doesn't make any sense either. How did I do this? You know what? Basically, what I ended up doing is your average potato, by a very surface level check that I did, is 250 grams, okay? It's 250 grams. Whoops. Wow, the stream chat, oh, there we go. Oh, it wants me to print. I'm not going to print. I don't have anywhere to print to. No, I don't want to save. Go away. There we go. No, I don't want to open something. It's my fault. Okay. Where was I? Ah, yes. So, for every, the average potato is about 250 grams. So basically, if we take 17, we multiply it by 2, well, ostensibly we're multiplying it by 2.5 and getting what is the average amount of carbohydrates in your average potato, and then we divide that by 250 to give us the amount of gram. But the point is that if you want your daily intake of carbohydrates, you need to eat 3.1 potatoes. That's not bad. That's pretty good. It's even better when we look at things like vitamin C. Forget oranges, potatoes. You only need to eat 1.8 potatoes a day to get your daily intake of vitamin C. That's how easy it is to get vitamin C. Like, don't focus on it. It doesn't do anything. Oh, it does lots of things, but that's beside the point. Vitamin B6. It's got a ton, only 1.7 potatoes. We start to get into the higher ones. What are we looking at? Copper, 3.3 milligrams of copper, or sorry, 3.3 potatoes on average to get the amount of copper that you need. Now, one of the things to keep in mind is that these numbers can change depending on how you cook the potato. And I say that because this is the raw nutrients that are in the potato, right? Now, a lot of people will say, oh, well, fresh veggies will give you more. What do you mean no data? Get out of here, YouTube, you jerk. Am I crashing? Am I crashing? No? How's Facebook doing? This is not a stream that is going well. This is not a stream that is going well. Okay, let's go back to Bookface. It starts and then it stops, and then it starts and then it stops. Well, you know what? I don't need to hear me. Thank you. Quiet. At least I'm not streaming Minecraft. I already said. There we go. Yeah. It seems to be going fine. Anyways. Okay. Oh, hi, Nicole. Oh, hi. Okay. So, where was I? Yes, potatoes. Back to my Excel screen. All right. So, yeah, vitamin C, vitamin B, even copper. You only need to eat 3.3 potatoes to get your daily recommended intake of copper. You know what? Forget that. Copper's expensive. Let's just, mash the potatoes, get the copper out of them, and then sell that. That's probably not a good method. And no, I don't have Gracie's bag of paper. I was in the parking lot when I got your message. But it starts to fall apart after that. I mean, fiber 5.5 potatoes. That's a lot of large, regular-sized potatoes. I don't think it's unreasonable. If you can split them into 2 different meals, you're probably doing all right to get your daily allotted intake of fiber carbohydrates. Again, 3.1. Iron, 4.1. Phosphorus and potassium, 4.5 or 4.9. We get to magnesium, 6.8. Thiamine 6 is not terrible, but you can already see on the screen where this starts going bad. Protein, 10 potatoes. 10 250-gram potatoes, which, it's a lot, but it's, for fat, 342.2 potatoes. That's too many potatoes. That is too many potatoes. You're not eating 342 potatoes in a day. Never mind if you are trying to get your beta carotene, which is 4,200 potatoes. So potatoes just aren't going to do it. But how far can they get us, and at what price? Okay, so this is where we're going to go to our shopping screen. Now, I do want to say this. I have too many windows open. This is very hard to navigate. Everyone, please just pray for me. So here is the No Frills website. So the No Frills website is giving us some prices on potatoes. Now, I tried to do this, my usual grocery store, which is closer to me. Not by much, though. Like, maybe half a minute, but it's been around longer, and it's an overall nicer shopping experience, though it hasn't been recently. But it's Sobeys, okay? So, but the problem is, try to go to the Sobeys website and find something. Hey, I want to know how much a 5-pound pack of potatoes is, 5-pound bag of potatoes, a 5-pound sack of potatoes is. Potato. Well, I'll just search for potatoes, and oh, here's some recipes for chicken. Well, I guess there's potatoes and yeah, okay, potato pancakes, okay. Yeah, no, okay. Well, I don't want recipes. 97 recipes, okay. Articles, 67, okay, I don't want that. Pages, I don't even know what that is. What's a potato page? Videos, I don't need videos. Products, okay, perfect. I just want the products. I just want to see sweet potatoes. I don't know why they're displayed like that. Like, I just want, okay, but I don't want sweet potatoes. I want regular compliments mashed potatoes. Don't need pre-prepared, okay. Compliments, petit potato. Okay, that's not what I care about. Jamie Oliver, potato chips, useless. Just useless. Just useless. So I have no use for this site. But we go down the street to No Frills. Look at this. Look at this. 5-pound bag of potatoes right here. $4.97. I know. I now know how much they cost. How about a 20-pound bag of no-name red potatoes? I normally don't name my potatoes, so that's not a problem for me. I feel like if I named the potatoes, I'd start drawing eyes on them, and I just wouldn't be able to eat them. So no-name potatoes, perfect. Just perfect for me. A 20-pound bag, $6.97. I promise you I'm buying some of those tomorrow. That sale is on until the 7th. I'm just going to go buy a giant bag of potatoes. But this perfectly gives us 8 cents per 100 grams. That's perfect. That's exactly what we need. We now know the exact cost. All right. So we go back to our Excel screen, which takes me longer than it should because I got to switch you guys over. And I didn't build shortcuts for that before starting this, but that's beside the point. So we're looking at 8 cents per 100 grams. Great. Okay. So, grams is just one little g. I mean, it makes sense, but it's fine. Okay, so 8 cents per 100 grams. So let's get rid of all this carefully done math I did earlier because this just got a lot simpler. So now we're looking at strictly our dollars to grams or dollars to amount. So we're going to forget for a minute how much we actually have to eat. Because we're going to have to cross-reference this anyways, because we only want to eat so many potatoes, but we only want to pay so much for the potatoes. So where are the potato strength in how much we have to pay? Which is pretty much going to cross over exactly the same. But we have to get an idea for both, because the goal here is to eat for an entire month on $100. So we've got to figure out how much money are we going to spend on the potatoes, how much nutrition we're going to get out of them, and then where are the holes that we're going to have to fill. Because I really feel like, and I could be proven wrong by the end of this experiment, but I really feel like potatoes are going to be the middle pillar of this because they're dirt cheap, because they come out of the dirt. Haha, that wasn't actually a pun. That was just a bad joke. They're plentiful, and they do a lot for you, as we saw. But let's do our math. Okay, so how we're going to do this, so we're going to find out how much we need, how many grams we need for each. So if I'm not going to bring you guys with me, but I'm going to quickly swip back to our screen. So we're 8 cents per 100 grams. So we need to figure out how many 100 grams we need of potatoes for each of these things. So math's pretty simple. Basically what we're going to do, so energy, we're getting that. Now, these guys, I got the ranges here, just because there's an upper and lower limit. But you know what? Let's play dangerous here, and let's just go. We're gonna put it to our upper limits, okay? Monosaturated fats is probably too high, but we're not going to worry too much about it. So let's go here. So how many 100 grams? Which is a stupid. I think that technically would be centigrams. No, decagrams. It'd be decagrams because 100 grams is just short of 1 kilogram. So it'd be decagrams. But nobody talks in decagrams, so we're not going to talk in decagrams or centigrams. We're going to say how many 100 grams we need because the world is stupid. Okay, so how many 100 grams do we need of each of these? So in 100 grams, we're getting 322. So this is actually pretty easy. We're just going to take the total of what we need. Okay, and I'm thinking about this because I'm pretty sure I just got it wrong. No, that's right. We take the total of what we need, and then we're going to divide it by how much we get per 100 grams, and that's going to tell us how many 100 grams we need. So let's double check our math real quick. 10,460 divided by 322, 32, so we need 3,200 grams, because if we times that by 10 about, that gives us 3,000. Yeah, okay. No, this is correct because we're dividing it by, you know what? There's going to be an easier one to tell, so we're just going to go like this. Ooh, gross errors. Okay, and then we're also going to get rid of some of those decimal points because that's too many decimal points. Less. Am I adding decimal points or removing decimal points? Are you just ignoring me? What's going on here? I want less decimal points. Okay. Format cells. These are going to be numbers and 2 decimal points. So that's how many 100 grams. That's not a column S. Okay. So that's how many 100 grams we need. So from here, again, very simple. All we're doing is we are taking our 100 grams and we're multiplying it by our 8 cents. And then what we're also going to do is we're going to format cells and we're going to put that in currency. Yeah, everybody likes money. Okay. So we're going to see how does that math out as far as what we need dollars-wise. Okay, so as we can see, there's some ridiculously easy numbers here. And part of that's because for every 100 grams, so, you know, we look at what's a nice, easy one. It's going to be like this guy here. Kind of. See, part of the problem is that a lot of these, they don't actually register. So actually, energy is probably our best one to look at. No, I'm dumb. Hold on. I did not make R8 static. And now I pay the price. There we go. That's better. Okay. So, yeah, so that's a good one. That's, okay, here we go. Protein is great because we get 2 grams of protein. We need 50 grams of protein. So that makes this really simple to look at. So for $2 of potatoes, we are going to get all of the protein that we need. Now, unfortunately, if we pull out the rest of the math here, you can see that $2 for potatoes is, in fact, 10 potatoes, which makes sense. Or 2,500, that's 100 grams. No, that's 100 grams, that's grams. 2,500 grams, or 2,500 grams. Let's go. 100 grams. I hate that, but it is what it is. Okay. So as you can see, we end up some, and this is, remember, this is per day. All right. So, what are we going to do here? And remember, we're trying to do $100. Okay. So, where are we? Well, we've got our 100 grams here. Okay. So our cost is $2. $39 if we want to do it for fat, but just like that's getting unreasonable, right? So let's figure out how much money we want to allocate to potatoes to get our daily needed dose, right? So what are we going to do next? Well, a month is 30 days. We want to do $100 in 30 days. So how much money do we have a day to spend? So what's the max we can spend on potatoes? And it's going to have to actually be less than this, but we're, you know, that's easy. So it's going to be 100 divided by 30. So we get $3 a day. Oh, this is going to be a lot harder than I thought. Okay. So, currency. So we get $3.33 per day to spend on food. Now, this is our daily cost, right? So let's be generous. We're going to be generous here. And we're going to say potatoes are going to be, I was going to say half, but you know what? Let's go 3/4. Let's say potatoes are 3/4. We're going to try and fill in the holes with not a lot of money. So we're going to let potatoes be 3/4, which means that what we are able to get out of this is basically going to be equal to that multiplied by 0.75. So that's the majority, right? So $2.50 is the most we can spend. I have to learn. I gotta set my statics. All right. I always do this to myself, yes. Well, you know what they say, if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. Okay, so $2.50 is what we're allowed. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some conditional formatting so we can see what nutrients we're getting out of this and what ones we need to fill in. So data visualization, I'm gonna go conditional formatting. We are going to go, you know, I'm just gonna make a custom rule here because it's gonna be very simple. It's gonna be a 2-color scale. We're either going to get 250, which is good, or No, we don't want minimum. What we want is, yeah, just number 250, which is good. Nope, not 250. 250, which is good. And then number 251. That's very different. 2.51. Figure out how decimals work, which is bad. Boom. Okay. So we are absolutely set per day, spending $2.50 on potatoes in protein, fat, carbohydrates, fiber. No, sorry, not that. Protein, carbohydrates, fiber, iron, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, copper, manganese. I know there's magnesium and there's also manganese. Manganese. I feel like I'm saying a racial slur. That's weird. Vitamin C, thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, dinosaur acid, vitamin B6. Then we fetal total. I don't even know what that is. Vitamin B9. I'm just gonna call it B9. Get out of here, B9. And then we're on everything else we're after. Okay, so we are actually set with a lot of these. This is great. This is great. Okay, now that being said, we are getting some residuals for the other ones, which is going to make it easier going forward with this, okay? So, what does that mean? Well, we're spending $2.50 per day on potatoes, which means we're still getting the rest of that. So, you know, if we look at things like the riboflavin and the zinc, and I mean, even this, the energy, we're already almost there. So we have to account for that because it's going to put the burden on the other foods that we're going to be adding to this a lot less. Drinking game. The rules of the game. Alex drinks. Okay. Oh, you know what? I just realized I can't see my YouTube's chats. 0 people. Excellent. Okay. So, so those are 250. So what we need to do is we basically need to reverse engineer and find out how much potatoes are we buying? How much potatoes are we buying? For $2.50, how much potatoes per day are we buying? Okay. So, if we take a look here, we are spending $2.50 on potatoes. So, is there, now it'll make it easier if there's one that's exact. There's not, which is fine. So, what we're going to do is we're going to reverse engineer this. So, we're going to take the 250. So, this is going to be equal to 250 equal to, you know, we'll just go with that guy. And then we're going to divide that by 8 cents. So every day we are buying only 31. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, 31.25 100 grams. So we're just gonna multiply that by 100. Okay. So every day we're buying and eating 3,125 grams of potatoes, which is 3 kilograms of potatoes. That sounds like a lot. Is that a lot? That's a lot. That's too much. I've done 0.3 kilograms of potatoes? This 100 grams thing really throws me off. Okay, we're going to rethink this for a second because I'm doing something wrong, I think. And these guys shouldn't be here. They should be like over here somewhere in my numbers section. So, for $2.50 at 8 cents. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to take $2.50. We want to divide it by 8 cents because that's how many 100 grams we can get, and then multiply it by 100. No, that is what I had. 31. Okay, so 31 grams of potatoes, which doesn't make any sense. So this is the problem with doing these things live is I'm actually dumb. So 10 potatoes, 250 grams of potato is how much we're eating for our protein. So now technically it needs to be less than that, but that's still getting pretty close. 10 times 250 would be 2,500 grams, which is, what's 2,500 grams? I can't believe I have to search this. This is so dumb. 2,500 grams in. This is really throwing me off. Yeah, it's 2.5 kilograms. Yeah. So, this is how many 100 grams I'm getting for my $2.50. So, yeah, what I'm actually eating is going to be... Because did I multiply by 100? Yeah, I did. Should I have? Probably. Yeah, that's 8 cents per 100 grams. So if I take $2.50 of my 100 grams of potatoes at 8 cents, so that's how many 100 grams. So if I multiply that by 100, that's going to give me the number of grams. Or 100 grams? Damn it. Why can't I do this in my brain think? Well, how much? Wow, this is being dumb. So how many pounds? Okay, so 20 pounds of potatoes. 20 pounds of potatoes. 20 pounds to kilograms. So that's 9 kilograms, ostensibly. So 9 kilograms. Let's make sure I'm doing my math here. 9 divided by... Okay, let's calm down. 697. That's the wrong window. 697. I need an equal sign. Oh, I should be drinking more of this beer to make an excuse for this. That's incorrect. Oh, yeah, because I want 6.97 divided by 9 with an equal sign. Holy crap. It's a good thing nobody watches these things. 0.774444, but of course that's going to be the number for if I've got 9 kilograms divided by the dollars. Oh, I'm falling apart fast here, everybody. I'm falling apart real fast. Let's see if I have any viewers. No. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, this one's getting deleted. This one is getting deleted because I am way too deep into this. Okay, so if I'm buying, and I'm going to bring you along this time so that you can see. So if I'm buying this guy here, I'm buying $6.97 of potatoes, right? I've done something wrong here. Then this is, so it's 8 cents per 100 grams. I am hooped. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this. Okay. From the top. Once more with feeling. Okay. So we're gonna get a little more figured out here. Okay, so our cost of the potatoes is 8 cents per 100 grams. So let's simplify everything. We're gonna break this all down to, we're gonna unhide everything, and we're gonna change this all to grams. So we're working in one measurement overall. So this is the staple in food per 100 grams. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all of these and we're going to multiply them by 100 to give us the grams, because basically what we're looking at here, so for potatoes, we've got 322, no, let's say protein, we've got, oh no, we're going to divide them by 100. Yeah, there we go. That might have been where I was losing it. Okay, I'm going to hide the rest of these for now, because again, so we're going to take all these numbers. Now we're just, you know what we're going to do is we're going to build a whole nother table here. We're just going to extract these numbers. Okay.